んまり時間がかかると何人かが死んでしまうかもしれない。
Some of the little kids started crying when they heard the word die.
大丈夫だよみんな。圭一君がきっと助けてくれるから。だからきっと誰も殺されないよ。
Dang it. What a bold threat. She said I was her friend, but she was just playing with the meaning of the word. I was the last person who could still fight against Rina under these circumstances. But it wasn't going to be easy to overpower her by myself. I wasn't sure if I could do that. Even if I tried to act tough, once Rina pointed the hatchet at someone's neck, it was over. I shouldn't fight against her for now. I should just wait for a chance. As long as Rina was alone, there would be a chance. She made me tie them up because she couldn't do that by herself. There was a limit to what she could do because she was by herself. If we could cover this up somehow before Chi-sensei came back, we'd still be able to pretend like we were kidding around. I finally realized something. I realized why Rina called Chi-sensei to meet with her. It's to get her out of the way, obviously. And we also managed to get rid of the bodyguard in the process, which I'm pretty sure might have been part of her plan as well. In order for Rina to take over the classroom, she needed to get rid of Chi-sensei. Chi-sensei had a very strong sense of justice. Even if Rina had a gun, she wouldn't hesitate to overpower her. She was the kind of teacher who would risk her life for her students. Rina needed to figure out how to get rid of Chi-sensei. That was the key to her plan. Rina probably thought about attacking her from behind at first. But there was a risk there, as Chi-sensei was a grown-up woman. So she probably thought that attacking her directly wasn't a wise choice. So naturally, the best option was to lure her out somewhere. Rina called Chi-sensei and told her she wanted to talk to her in private, in order to lure her out to someplace far from here. Most people, including Chi-sensei, thought Rina was just running away from home. So Chi-sensei must have thought Rina had some problems she wanted to talk to her about. It was too easy to deceive her. Where did she make the phone call from? She probably used the phone in the school. Well, not in school to be exact. She probably used the phone on the second floor of the school. The one belonging to the forestry service. This school is using part of the forestry service building, but this particular location was more of a branch office. So it's not like somebody was here all the time. Rina knew that, and she'd probably been hiding there for a while. She called the phone on the first floor from the second floor, and she made Chi-sensei leave the school. I didn't think it was a coincidence that the principal was on a business trip today. She probably snuck into the school yesterday. She saw the principal's schedule, learned how to call the phone on the first floor from the second, and carried out her plan. She planned it perfectly. Yeah, I knew it. Rina was insane, but she was actually also really calm. She was possessed by her delusion, but she was also unbelievably calm about it. So she could still think fast. I knew that very well, because I'd been through the same thing before. What was worse is that Mian's bodyguards were gone. Mian told them to follow Chi-sensei because she thought Chi-sensei was going to meet with Rina. Dang it. Everything seemed to be working out in her favor. I tied up the last person, and I looked in Rina's direction. If I didn't tie them up really tightly, Rina would kill them. But when I tied them too tightly, they suffered in pain. Their pain cries made me feel useless.
私の断りなく立ち上がったら殺す。本人も殺すし、見せしめでランダムにもう一人殺す。ランダムじゃよくないね。じゃあこうしよう。言うことを聞かなかった子と出席番号に10を加えた子を殺すにしようかな。例えば岡村くんが言うことを聞かなかった。そうすると出席番号11番渡辺くんが一緒に殺されちゃう。わかる？常に2人死ぬの。歯向かっても自分の命一つじゃ責任が取れないってこと、よーく胸に刻んでおくんだよ。
How awful. She totally understood how to threaten people. Normally, you stand up against an attacker at your own risk. If you fail, you're going to die. But if you're responsible for someone else, then you couldn't try to resist. You can't risk someone's life with your own decisions.
うん、全員ちゃんと縛れてるね。圭一くん、縛るの下手くそって言ってたけど結構うまいよ。自信持っていいよ。じゃあ圭一くんは立って。
It was too late to fight back. I followed her orders. I just had to wait for a chance. We could still turn this into some kind of bad joke. I had to do something. Anyway, what were you planning to do, Rena? Don't tell me this is the come from behind victory you were talking about. Maybe it is. Hold up all the kids in the school, and then try to use them as hostages against the village as a whole. Oh wow, they figured that out pretty quick. Some crazy kid with a machete's out here.
本日午後1時頃、ひなみ沢営林署内のひなみ沢分校区画にて教室占拠が発生しました。当時教室にいた生徒25名全員が拘束されている模様。犯人側の第一要求は営林署敷地内への一切の立ち入りの禁止と当保へのホットラインの確保です。
ってことは初めっから警察と交渉する気ってことですか。どういうつもりだ。
あと犯人は交渉人に大石さんを指名してます。犯人は竜宮玲奈。
竜宮さんがわかりました。いいですよ。とことんお付き合いさせてもらいましょう。
Ooishi gave a crooked smile.
竜宮玲奈以外に犯人がいるか不明です。カーテンが閉められているので状況も一切確認できていません。
通報者に選挙時の様子は聞いてませんか。
いえ、竜宮玲奈からの直接の犯行声明でした。よって内部の状況は一切不明。担任は犯行直前に竜宮玲奈の電話呼び出しを受け遠方に呼び出された間の犯行でした。
計画的ですね。営林署側の人間は人質には。
今日は営林署職員は不在でした。よって生徒25名のみ。
So, okay, so I'm thinking back to the gasoline smell thing. Is she gonna burn the school down? She might. Or, like, threaten to, anyway.
生徒数は担任が出席簿で確認した人数です。
それプラス犯人ってわけか。竜宮玲奈以外に犯人らしき人影は。い
え、何度かカーテンから覗く人影がありましたが、いずれも竜宮玲奈本人でした。ですが規模他を考えておそらく最低でももう1人2人はいると予想されます。
単独犯かもしれませんよ。
Rinneryugu was a true believer in Mio Takano's scrapbooks. According to those scrapbooks, the entire village was Rinneryugu's enemy. She didn't have anyone she can trust. However, Ooishi had also believed in Mio Takano's delusion. It was possible that someone who was influenced in the same way was following Rinneryugu.
おいさん、校長と担任です。
ああ、どうもどうも、千恵先生。大丈夫ですか?
Ooishi ran up to Chi-sensei, who was crying with a handkerchief held up to her face.
レナちゃんはとても真面目ないい子なんです。こんなことをするなんて何かの間違いに決まっています。
マニュアル通りなら最近の竜宮さんの状況についてお聞きするところなんですがね。多分竜宮さんに限っては先生より私の方が詳しいように思います。まあ気を落とされずになんとか穏便に解決しますからご安心を。
Chi-sensei was huddled over, and Ooishi didn't think he could say anything else to her. On the contrary, the principal was staying strong, trying to figure out how to take care of the situation.
大石殿、もしできるなら人質の交換を申し出たい。ぜひ私と子供たちを交換していただきたい。
校長先生、私が悪いんです。
先生方、どうかご自分を責められないでください。先生方には校内の状況についていろいろとお聞きしたいことがありますので、ご協力をお願いいたします。ボンジ君、図面の方で話を聞いてあげてください。
失礼します。1号車の無線に高杉課長です。
はいはい、もしもし。おい
さん、ご苦労さん。状況の大体は熊谷君に聞いたよ。犯人は未成年だそうだね。マスコミ規制の方を厳重に頼むよ。
分かってます。あと犯人側が私を交渉人に指定してきてるようですが、問題ありませんかね。
竜宮玲奈の件は先日の規制中の話以外よく知ってる。その流れなら犯人は君のことをまだ味方だと思ってくれているんだと思う。大石君以外には務まらない。くれぐれもよろしく頼むよ。
本当はすっごく嫌なんですがね。ちょっと今回はいろいろとお騒がせした責任を感じてますので、罪滅ぼしに一つ。
おいさん、車載電話に犯人です。
早速ご指名の電話が来ました。早速出ることにします。ありがとう。はい、もしもし、大石です。
もしもーし。
どうも、竜宮です。
どうも、大石です。
車載電話って電波とかが悪いんですか？たまにちょっと聞こえにくくなりますね。
私と同じでね、定年間近なんですよ、きっと。
Ooishi and I exchanged friendly words. A long, long cord trailed through the hallway from the teacher's office. That cord extended further to the phone on the podium in the classroom.
では本題に入りますね。まず最初にあなたが交渉人たる資格があるか確認します。
自信ないな。お伺いします。
大石さんは私の味方ですよね。
当然じゃないですか。あなたと私で園崎家の陰謀を暴こうじゃないですか。
Okay, so the first step is we gotta kill all the kids. Are you okay with that? Ooishi answered without hesitation. Was he still my ally? Or was this sly detective just saying what I wanted to hear? Either way, I only had Ooishi to depend on. If I couldn't trust him, I was stuck. There would be nothing else I could do.
圭一君も一時期は私が言ってることを信じてくれなかったんだよね。でも今は信じるでしょ？
Keiichi-kun was sitting on the floor facing away from me, with his head resting in his hands.
今はもう私の仲間で味方だもんね。
ああ、そうだ。
Rin and Ryugu asked Keiichi Maibara if he was her comrade, but I couldn't hear his voice. Was she trying to tell me that Keiichi Maibara was still alive, or that he was being forced to obey her because of the hostages?
前原さんも竜宮さんの味方なんですね。心強いことです。でもあなたも一時期前原さんを少し疑われていたじゃないですか。
うん、モデルガンの事件を聞いて、なんて人だろうって思った。でも過去の事件で今を見損なっちゃいけない。それらを踏み台にして、私たちはより良い理想の自分になれるように成長していかなくちゃならないんだから。
とてもいいことを言いますね。まさにその通りです。
だから私たちは許し合ったの。だから圭一君のことを私はもう疑わない。圭一君は仲間。
わかりました。ならばそれは私にとっても圭一君は仲間ということですね。圭一君に私がよろしくと言ってると伝えてください。
うん、後で言っておきますね。
圭一君にも新しい仲間としてご挨拶がしたいです。受話器に出てもらうことはできますか？
The conversation stopped suddenly. That made me nervous. Did I say something wrong?
うん、いいよ。圭一君、大石さんから電話だよ。
I heard some rattling and rustling on the other side of the phone.
もしもし、前原です。
He sounded monotone. Unable to disobey, Keiichi Maibara must have been pretending to follow Rin and Ryugu's orders.
どうもどうも、前原さん。沖宮署の大石です。この度はお世話になります。お互い頑張りましょう。
はい、よろしくお願いします。
ゆうさんは今何をしてますか？
教室の中を歩いてますよ。
前原さん、イエスならはい、ノーなら A と相槌を打ってください。あなたは竜宮さんが何を要求しようとしているか知って。
ええ。
That answer told me for sure. Keiichi Maibara wasn't Rin and Ryugu's accomplice. There's no way Rin wouldn't tell her accomplice what she wanted after planning a hostage situation like this. How would he help someone who wouldn't even tell him what she wanted?
単刀直入にお聞きします。あなたは竜宮レナの味方？いえいえ、質問を変えます。あなたは竜宮レナに脅迫されて従っているふりをしている。
はい。
There you go. The other guys in the car listening in on our conversation raised their fist in victory.
犯人は竜宮レナの一人だけ？
はい。
If she was the only suspect, then we could respond appropriately. I guess nobody else believed in Takano's scrapbooks. If so, my being fooled was even more embarrassing. As I thought about my next question, I heard the phone being taken away from Keiichi. Rina came back on the line.
ね？圭一君は味方でしょ？
ねえ、そうでした。とても頼もしいですよ。
で、今度は大石さんが話してくれる番。前の電話で約束したその場所関係への一斉捜査はどうですか？秘密の研究施設は発見できましたか？
I had to decide on what to say. Should I tell her we conducted raids or not? Maybe she already knew we didn't raid. Maybe she was just testing me.
今ですね、県警の暴隊と公安部で一斉捜査作戦を準備中なんです。何しろ市内全域を一斉にやりますからね。調整に多少の時間が。
遅すぎる！大石さん、私たちは今獅子骨市が置かれている緊急的危機についてよく理解し合っているんじゃなかったでしたっけ？何をのんびりとしたことを。大石さん、本当に私の話を信じてくれているんですよね？私の味方なんですよね？味方ですよね？答えてください。
もちろんですとも。ですが警察組織ってやつは簡単じゃないんです。 私も最大限努力をしてるんですよ。本当です。ただですね、やはり話の規模があまりに大きすぎるもので。
大石さん、私奴らにどこかで毒を盛られました。富武さんにあの異常な死に方を強いた原子の力を持った寄生虫、あれをどこかで盛られたんです。昨日から痒くて仕方がない。もう私首をかきむしりすぎて血まみれなんです。いつ錯乱して喉をかき破ってしまうかもわからないというのに、大石さんは何をもたもたと。
I knew it. Ooishi didn't realize how dire the situation was. He understood that there was some kind of conspiracy in Hinamizawa, but he didn't realize how soon their plan was going to be executed. Besides, I was already feeling itchy all over my body, and was bound to die soon the same way as Tomatake-san.
申し訳ないです。これでもただですね、みんな言うんですよ。その証拠はないのかと。
証拠があればすぐに動いてくれるんですか？
Mio-san's scrapbooks. Maybe that was what I'd need to convince the police. I was afraid someone would destroy the evidence if I handed them over to Ooishi-san, so I kept them with me. But I didn't have much longer to live. I might not even make it until tomorrow morning. That's right. I might be dead before tomorrow. I would die tonight.
わかりました。ミオさんのスクラップ帳をお渡しします。それでどうか他の警察の人たちを一刻も早く説得してください。
助かります。そのスクラップ帳をぜひ。
I looked through my backpack, which is lying by my feet. Mio-san's scrapbooks were in there.
これは私たちの切り札です。大石さん、くれぐれも、いや、絶対によろしくお願いします。
わかりました。信頼してください。必ずや奴らの陰謀を暴いてみせます。
でも、まあ多分警察も組織だからそうなんだろうなとは思ってたんです。だからちょっと強引なやり方だけど、こんな形を取らせてもらったんです。大石さんは私に要求されて仕方なくやっているという言い訳ができるはず。なんとかこのチャンスを有効に生かしてください。
ありがとうございます。必ずやあなたの期待に添えるよう努力します。ではどうしましょう。私が受け取りに参りましょうか。
I knew she wouldn't let me into the classroom. She was still cautious. I could guess where Rinariuku was going to take this thing, so I tried to stay ahead of her. I handed a memo with my instructions on it to a colleague.
さすがに私がこの場を離れるわけにはいかないので、代わりに圭一君に持って行かせます。
その方がいいかもしれません。やはりあなたが学校の外へ出れば、もしやということもあるかもしれませんので。
もしやって？
いえ、この騒ぎをもう園崎家も嗅ぎつけているでしょう。あなたがこういう手に打って出るとは思わなかったでしょうから、強引な手で口封じをしてくる可能性があります。
口封じ？それって。
狙撃です。園崎家のヒットマンは多分あなたがこれ以上騒ぎを大きくする前に狙撃しようと企むでしょう。だからあなたは表に出ない方がいい。窓にも近づかないでください。さっきから何度か顔を出しているようですが、あれは危ない。そこを撃たれてしまいますよ。
ちょっと、周りには警察がいるんでしょ？そんなの未然に防げないんですか？
防げるなら防ぎます。ですがね、周りの視界が良すぎます。訓練を受けたものなら400メートルくらいはやすやすと狙撃するそうです。ましてやあなたもご存知の通り、園崎家の特攻隊は軍事訓練を受け、中でも暗殺技術に関しては特に習得しています。奴らを侮らないでください。園崎家の陰謀を暴くにはあなたの力がまだまだ必要なんです。
わかりました。忠告をありがとうございます。どうせ明日まで持たない命でも
今終わらせるわけにはいきませんので。
そうですともそうですとも。いいですか。くれぐれも窓から顔を覗かせないでくださいよ。用心してください。
The phone conversation ended. Rinariugu was going to let Keiichi Maibara deliver the scrapbooks.
さっき書いたやつ用意できてますね。
OK です。うまく渡せますかね。
狙撃されるかもしれないと脅して外を覗かせないようにしたつもりです。でもまあ見てるでしょうね。そこはうまくやります。
I roughly understood what was going on from the phone conversation.
じゃあ、ケイチ君。
Back up a little bit there, Rina.
これとても大切なスクラップ帳。園崎家の陰謀と奴らの侵略の証拠を暴く証拠。大石さんに渡してきてね。渡したらすぐに戻ってくるんだよ。見てるからね。変なことをしたら怒るからね。
Rina took out a couple of old scrapbooks from her backpack and gave them to me. Then she cast a sidelong glance at Mion.
みーちゃんにも後で話すよ。みーちゃんの家がどれほど恐ろしい陰謀を企んでいるかをね。ひょっとするともう知ってるのかもしれないけどね。じゃあケイチ君、行ってきて。校庭の真ん中まででいいよ。余計な立ち話とかしちゃダメ。ケイチ君は持っていくだけだから無言でいいや。おしゃべり禁止だからね。おしゃべりしたら千恵先生なら T 定規で叩くけど、私ならなんで叩いちゃおうかな。
分かってるよ。無言で持っていくからそのナタを下ろせ。俺はレナの仲間だろ。仲間だったら信用しろな。
そうだね。仲間だから信用するよ。
Very trustworthy relationship we have going on over here.
だから裏切らないでね。
Rina's eyes were telling me clearly. They were telling me she didn't trust me. But even in this state, she also knew she shouldn't distrust her friends. Therefore, although she couldn't trust me, she was pretending to. That was why she didn't tie me up.
じゃあ行ってくる。すぐ戻るよ。
よろしくね。
I walked past my friends, who were lying down on the floor, and headed to the exit. I saw some of their faces as I passed. Some were fearful. Some were sure that I'd use the opportunity to run. And some were scared that they'd die if I did. Don't worry, guys. I won't even let her touch any of you. If Rina tries to do something, I'll stop her even if I have to risk my own life. Anyway, I'd do whatever it took to ensure that nobody died. I had to make sure Rina didn't get angry. I'd just wait for the right moment. I went down to the school's entrance and changed my shoes, then unlocked the door and stepped outside. I felt the fresh air on my skin. I saw the lights from the police cars. I could feel all the policemen looking at me. As soon as I was in the schoolyard, a little voice tried to tempt me. I was free from Rina now. If I ran off the school grounds, I'd be free. What was I thinking? If I did something like that, Rina would go crazy and who knows what else she'd do. The important thing here wasn't my safety. It was to make sure that Rina didn't kill anyone. I saw a big man coming towards me from the school gate. That was probably Ooishi-san.
前原圭一さんですね。どうもどうも。沖宮市の大石です。クラちゃんと呼んでくださっても。
すみません。レナから何も喋らずにこれを渡せって言われてます。だから無言でこれを受け取ってください。
わかりました。それが問題のスクラップ帳ですね。お預かりします。
I tried to hand the scrapbooks to Ooishi-san, but he stepped aside a little. Confused as to what he was doing, I changed my position and handed them to him again. He took them in that time. And at that point, Ooishi put something that was under his jacket into my pocket.
大丈夫です。校舎はあなたの背中ですから、竜宮さんが窓から見てたとしても、今のやりとりは見えていません。
何なんですかこれは。
I couldn't look into my pocket because I didn't want Rena to suspect anything. But whatever it was pretty heavy for its size. Is it a gun?
メモがあります。
Maybe, I don't know.
教室へ戻る途中で竜宮さんに見つからないようにこっそり読んでください。では、そのまま戻って。これ以上は不信がられます。
I just followed his directions. I was worried Rena had begun to suspect something. When I looked at the classroom, the curtains were closed. But that didn't mean she wasn't peeking out through a crack. I went back to the entrance and locked the door. If Rena checked and found the door unlocked, it could cause more trouble. Rena was in the classroom. There was no way she'd come down this way. She was alone. You'd think that, but maybe, just maybe, she's not, in the classroom. If she left the classroom, everyone would get up and run. They couldn't run because Rena was there, but they were all waiting for their chance. The entrance, then, was Rena's blind spot. As I changed my shoes, I quickly removed what Ooishi-san had put into my pocket. There was a radio with an earpiece, and something else that looked like a short police baton. There was also a folded piece of paper. I opened the piece of paper and saw a note written in small print.